Hey guys, let's talk about Scheduler in IAPS Hospitality Suite. So the Scheduler is a tool that you can use to create your staff shifts and your schedules for a day, a week at a time. So it's a tool pretty much going to be used by general managers, office admins, and it's a location-based tool. So to access it, we're going to get into our location container here. So I'm logged in as Bob Belcher. He's the GM of Bob's Burgers Penticton. So click on the location container. Operations, here's our schedule tools. So the first thing we want to do if we've never set up a schedule before is go into schedule setup. From here, we want to create departments in our location. So I've created 3 departments in this location. I've got front of house, kitchen, and management. You might want to create a bar department. You might want to create a cleaning department. Basically, this is just going to allow us to group staff by department. And then within those departments, we're going to create positions. So in our front of house, position I might have would be a host hostess. And then I want to set an average hourly wage. This is important because this is going to be used to calculate out our projected labor costs. So let's say we pay our host hostesses $11. Another position we might want in there would be a server. Let's say we pay them $12 an hour on average. And then I've got some kitchen, so I've got a burger chef and a fry chef in here. And in management, I probably need a manager or an assistant manager. And let's give an average hourly wage to that one too. So there we go. There's a few positions and some departments in our location. So from here we can actually start building a schedule. So we can do one of two things. We could actually build a schedule, or we could build a template. And a template is essentially a template that we're going to use over and over again to create schedules, but it's going to make our life a lot easier and save us a lot of time. So let's go in and build a schedule from scratch first. So the day I'm creating this video on is April 21st. So I actually want to bump ahead in week here. So I'll hit the next button. There we go. Let's start creating a schedule for Monday, April 25th. So let's make a new schedule. We're going to build it from scratch, and we're going to set the time from 9 until 5:30. Those are the hours of our restaurants on Monday. So let's create that schedule. All right, so it's created. Now I've got no labor costs, no projected labor costs, so let's go in and edit the schedule. I like to make it full screen just a little easier to work on. So one key piece of information here, it's going to tell me, okay, we're building a schedule for Monday, April 25th, but this is really interesting. It says I've got one event on this date. So if you've been diligent and you've been entering events in your event calendar, this is a good little tool because it's going to say, hey, you've got an event on this day at 2 p.m. It's an NHL playoff game on TV, so you might want to go a little staff heavy depending on what your needs are to take care of whether you have an influx of customers or not during that event. So stay diligent, put your events in your event calendar, and it'll be a huge help when you're building your schedules. All right, so front of house, we need to put some shifts in here. So the first thing we're going to need is a host hostess. Let's give it a name of Early. And this host hostess is going to work from 9 a.m. to 1:30. There we go. And since we've got somebody to 1:30, we're going to need somebody to cover the late shift as well. So let's give this a shift a name of late. And this one's going to go from 1:30 to 5:30. There we go. So now what's happened here is it knows these shifts is 4.5 hours and 4 hours respectively. The average wage is $11, so the projected total is $49.50 and $44. Now what we need to do is actually populate some staff in this shift. So I'll say, okay, Tina Belcher is going to work that early shift, and her sister Louise is going to work the late shift. So when I selected that contact, if you saw over here, it actually populated $10 an hour. That's what we pay Tina. If you open her contact record and go edit details, there you go. Her hourly wage is $10. So it knows exactly what we pay Tina. And on that 4.5-hour shift, our actual labor cost is $45. Not bad compared to our projected labor costs. So we actually pay her $1 less than the average. So save a little bit of money on that one. So we can make some new shifts here. Let's make a server, and this will be an all-day shift. So right from 9 to 5:30. There you go. And this is going to be their mom. Linda's going to work this shift here. All right, and her wage is $12 an hour. If I want to adjust her wage, I can do a couple things. Like I said, I can open up her contact database and hit edit details, and from here I can change her hourly wage. So let's just, for argument's sake here, knock it down to 10. Now, if I go back into this schedule, I'll have to refresh the front of house department, and there you go, it updated her hourly wage. The other thing I can do is I can just click on it right here and I can update it. And it's going to ask me, okay, do you want to update the hourly wage for Linda Belcher in the contact database? And in this case, yes, I do. I want to put her back to $12. So there you go. It updated it, refreshed everything. Oh, sorry, I have to hit the refresh button and it'll recalculate for me. So there we go. So there's my front of house all taken care of. So let's go look at the kitchen now. I'm going to have to create a position for my burger chef. So I'm going to need somebody in there all day. And that'll be from 9 until 5:30. So that's going to be good old Bob. He's gonna be their burger chef that day. And we're going to need a fry chef as well. There we go. Let's make that an all-day shift. And that's going to be from 9 to 5:30. And we'll put poor Jean Belcher there on the fry machine. There we go, $10 an hour. And I won't worry about a manager right now because I think that's pretty much all our staff at this location filled up. I don't know if I've got anybody else, but let's maybe just create the shift and see if there's somebody else. Oh yeah, we've got Mr. James Rogers here, so we can throw him in as the manager. And if I want to update his hourly wage, then we can drop it in here too. All right, there we go. So my actual labor cost, $391. My projected labor cost based on the average hourlies is $552. So not bad. We got a little bit of savings there. All right, so that's building a schedule from scratch. Not too bad. It went pretty quick, but this is a very small location, and I'm only dealing with 5 or 6 different positions here. So that was a quick one to build. But let's go build a template and show you how that can save you some time. So one thing you'll see too is in the main schedule screen, my week view, it's starting to build up here. So it shows me that, hey, Louise, this is a shift she's working on Monday. So this over the period of this week, she's working a total of 4 hours. You'll see as we build more schedules, it'll actually start adding up Louise's time and show us a total view of how many hours she's going to work for the entire week. All right, so let's go build a schedule template. So new template schedule, I'm going to call this weekday. And this is going to be a template that I can use to populate any of my weekday shifts. So let's hit save, and it's going to build this template. So let's open it up, full screen, just to make it easy. And I can leave myself a little note here, template used for weekdays. There we go. Now, front of house. So I know that I need an early shift for a host-hostess from 9 until 1:30. And respectively, I need a late shift for a host or hostess too. There you go. Oh, messed that one up. So instead of 9 to 5:30, I want to adjust this one, and this one's going to be from 1:30 to 5:30. There we go. And I'm going to need a server on staff. So we'll make this a all-day shift from 9 to 5:30. And I'm going to need some kitchen staff, so I need that burger chef. And all I'm doing is I'm giving the shift a name, so it's easy to recognize, and we can find it later on if we're searching for shifts by name. And I'm also going to need a fry chef as well. The name is just a great way to help identify. So then if you got an early shift, like we called it early, you could call it late. You can server 1, server 2, just to make reference on what shift you're talking about. All right, and then we'll need a manager as well. Okay, so there's my template all built up. Now I'm going to go build a schedule from a template. So let's close this down. Let's go back into our schedules. I'm going to bump ahead to the next week where we're working on our schedules here. All right, so I've got one done for April 25th on the Monday. Let's go build a schedule for Tuesday now. So I'll hit new schedule. And in this case, I'm going to build it from a template. So it's going to ask me which template do you want to use? Well, I've only got one in here now, so we'll select it, weekday. All right, so it knows my projected labor costs. It knows start time and end time. So I'm going to create a schedule. Now let's go edit it and see where the beauty happens right here. All right, look at that. All my shifts are already built from the template. All I have to do is go populate staff. There we go. There's our burger chef Bob, our fry chef Gene, and our manager's James. There we go. Schedule's done. I can actually move on to the next schedule now. So that was for Tuesday, April 26th. I can go on to April 27th and build a schedule here now. Let's go build it from a template on a weekday. Awesome. Quick and easy. Oh, I don't want Gene there. I actually want to put Tina in there. There we go. And Linda's always our server. Bob's always our burger chef. Gene's always our fry chef. And James is always our manager. All right, there we go. So now from here, I can actually start printing off schedules too using the little PDF button. So I can actually print off a single day. So this is just going to print it off for April 27th. So let's generate a PDF. There you go, nice landscape view. Post that up. That's one day of schedules. Now the other option I have is I can actually print off a range of schedules. So I could actually say, you know what, let's go from the 24th to the 27th. And actually, sorry, I'm going to do the 25th. I forgot we started on that Monday. There we go. Let's generate a PDF for that. And there we go. So it's actually going to break down Bob and show, okay, Bob, you work this position and start to end on the Monday, and this on the Tuesday, and this on the Wednesday. So it breaks it down nice and easy. So we can post that in the staff room later on. All right, so you can see where templates will save you a lot of time. And also back in this view here, you can see it's starting to accumulate these days now. So look, Louise is working a total of 12 hours this week so far, and Tina, I've got her scheduled for 13.5. So this will help you see, when you're looking at your staff, maybe you've overbooked one staff member, maybe they're, past that 40 hours, maybe you've got somebody you want to give a few more hours to. So this is just a nice quick view to help you sort that out. And then all our labor costs and our projected labor costs are calculated out here too. So you can kind of get an idea on what that shift's going to cost you. And keeping in mind those labor costs will actually get moved over into the sales reporting. So watch close. We'll have a video up on the sales reporting. We'll see where we can get those labor cost reported numbers in there too. All right, I hope that helps you guys out creating some schedules, and I hope you start using the template feature because that's a nice, quick, easy way to get your schedules built. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.